Good morning, peeps. Jenny Clouston here. I can hear drilling in the background, but I'm going to go ahead. For those of you who sent me messages, Candy, Mary, you know who you are, checking to see if I'm okay. And I'm sort of okay, and I'm sort of not okay. My beloved father in South Africa had a very bad fall and he broke his hip about maybe a week ago, and much to our relief, my father passed away. And so I am heading out to South Africa pretty soon to be with my mom. I couldn't leave straight away because the fall that my husband had, which we thought was just a strain, turned out to be a very bad break, and he had to go into surgery. So I had to wait for him to recover sufficiently for me to leave. So I'm off. Now, I have been doing my daily stitching, obviously, to get me through my time, but today I thought I will video today. I'm back on this kind of crazy patchwork thing. It's not really crazy, but it is sort of. It's going to look like a crazy patch when I'm finished. And I'm going to work from my book today only because I feel like it and I can. So I've been thinking about this a lot, and I think what I'm going to do is, because it's such a sort of funny shape, I haven't got this, I'm going to do this one. Lovely Jane in my class yesterday, she did this and it looked so good, and I like the fact that it's just a few stitches today for me, nice and repetitive, and that's what I'm going to do. It says step 1 is back stitch. However, I think I'm going to change that to stem stitch for me today, but otherwise I'm going to copy that exactly and see how it turns out. Okay, so I'm going to do it on this side, and let's see how it pans out. I say I need some, nada, sorry. I will just grab some of my threads. I wish you could see this gemors I'm in here with these threads. It's just something else. And only because I don't want to think today. I shouldn't be doing something like this. I should be doing something way more repetitive, but that's what I'm doing. Okay, so I will use this green. And it is in the green packet, is, for those of you who want to know what it is, it's a pearl number 8, and you can purchase it. It's in my green pack, or quite a few of the other thread packs that I have. So let's go. Oh, these crows, they know. What I can do is, I thought I had a pen here, just to draw. I was going to. Anyway, let me just get going. Let's move you up. Get close to me, because that's what needs to be. The fabric that I'm using in this little crazy quilt is a yarn dyed fabric, a Japanese yarn dyed fabric, and it is really, really beautiful to work through. I am just doing stab stitching. Oh, sorry, Jennifer. I might get my words wrong today, just because my mind is elsewhere. Do you want to see where I'm going? Hold on a minute. Okay. I think I've got the wrong glasses on and blah. I'll just take you through this so you can maybe see where I'm heading. So remember, which one am I doing? I'm doing this one that lovely Jane did. So what that means to me is the teacups rattling, but that's okay. I am not stressing today about anything. So you can see, obviously, you know how my book works, that this isn't how it looks finished. That's just step one. You do your foundation stitch. Then step two is when you add your pressure points. So that step one is back stitch. Ooh, let me go here. Step one is back stitch, which I'm doing stem. And then you add your pressure points, which I'll go and get them. And then softening. I add my softening. So this isn't how it's going to look finished. You need to do all this all the way up here if you do it yourself and you follow my books. This is just breaking it down for you, if that's what yeah, just let me go back to the front and show you. I really like this quote. We all have the muscle of creativity in our minds, but for it to consistently give great results, it needs daily exercise. Yusuf A. Lenge. I like that quote, and that is what that's my mantra. I believe that we've got to do something kind of every day, you know, to keep our muscles going. Where is it now? I'm feeling the need to do some applique actually, so I might. That's what I can take on the aeroplane, I reckon. Yes. So you can see, creating a nuggets of goodness. All your embroidery, everything needs to go all the way to the top. This is just showing you what to do in stages. Okay. Sometimes I have seen that this is how it looks finished, but no, when people do it, no. All this nonsense must go all the way to the top. Enough of a blurb. Enough of a lecture this morning. I will just continue away. So as I said, my husband took this tumble from my last video, as you know, and he came and he said he had a fall. So we iced it, and I said, I really think you need to rest. And he walked back from the where he fell because he didn't think that it was all that sore, although he heard this huge, big, loud crack. And anyway, a few hours later, when I said, can I see it? Because we had strapped it. When I opened it up, I could see there was a very strange kind of lump, localized lump. And I went, uh-oh. Anyway, so that's what happened to my husband. So it's been really bad. He's been in a lot of pain. And so he had his surgery and they put a plate in. So there you go. I am just scooting through these layers because I'm not going all the way through. Two people who watch my videos have come to my class. One, Val, she traveled so far to come to my class, and she had this like a little pot like this. It was a pincushion, and I picked it up and I felt it. It's just so beautiful. It's Aboriginal design, and I love these kind of things. And so she gave this to me for my class with a beautiful card saying thank you for my YouTube videos. And she stuffed a wool jersey in there. And then she said to me, Jennifer, look what the wool jersey looks like. It looks like a little face. Isn't that gorgeous? It feels so nice in my hands. Thank you, Val. Yep. So my son is, Jennifer, my daughter from Sydney is going to come and look after my husband while I'm gone. And yeah, maybe some of you might feel, oh, Jennifer, you're leaving your husband with a broken leg. But you know what? I decided that I am always there for my family. I've always been there, like we are, like us mothers. And this time around, I thought, you know what? You can be there for me. Is that selfish or not selfish? I just thought, come on, peeps. So that's what they're doing. My father was such a glorious man. He was very tall. He was nearly 6'7". Big man. He was a gentleman and a gentleman. He had a beautiful, beautiful laugh. He used to put his head back and just like laugh. Everybody used to laugh at him laughing. Great reader. He did a lot for the community in South Africa. It was really interesting because he was very much, what's coming through there, Jennifer? Oh, I know what it is. It's a little bit of the fabric that's taken on the blue pen. He was a wonderful man. I read somewhere that the greatest gift that a father can give his children is to love their mother. And boy, did he love my mother. And she loved him right back. I grew up in the happiest home. I had a very, very happy childhood. All right, there's a beautiful curve. I did this deliberately because, as you said, as you could see from the picture, I did need space. I did need space to put this in. Sorry, I did need space to add this, so that's why it looks kind of a funny shape. Now, just a little bit of a tip for those of you. What I am not going to do is I am not going to do these now. I am going to put this little top one in, see how she looks, put that one in first, see how she looks, and then that will tell me where these must go. I am not going to pre-decide what's happening and where these are going to be placed. All right, remember, just let one thing tell you where the others go, okay? Now, that one's facing up. I'm going to put mine at the top facing down, only because I don't really have enough space at the top, okay? Got it? Got it. Let's end this off. So I've been doing a lot of repetitive stitching as part of my daily stitching during this week, just to, especially when my father was very ill in hospital. He really suffered greatly, and it was an enormous sense of relief when he actually did pass away. Let's choose a color to go on the top. With Jane, we had a beautiful blue, and it was just so gorgeous. I don't know, you know, this one said that I just use ordinary thread for my twisted chain, and I just don't know if that's what I feel like doing. I think what I'm going to do, if I can find them, I think I'm going to use a 2mm silk ribbon, only because I just feel like going really punching out with the color. So I'm just going to use this one because it's going to give me what I want, you know, joyfully. So I have to change my needle because I'm using a silk ribbon. I am a notoriously nervous flyer, so my trip is long. It takes 14 and a half hours to fly from Sydney in Australia to Johannesburg in South Africa. But I sew all the way. I always, my husband books me an aisle seat. I'm right-handed. So he books me an aisle seat with my right arm free. So as I'm stitching, my right arm doesn't bump into the person sitting next to me. And I literally just stitch all the way there. And then, so I go from Sydney to Joburg. And then in Joburg, I have a 5-hour stopover in Joburg Airport. But I'm going to sew. And then I fly to Durban. And then from Durban, I've got a 1.5 hour bus trip from Durban to my mom and dad's house. Oh, my mom's home now. Oh, it's just going to be the weirdest thing, seeing my dad and my mom without my dad. They've been married for 64 years. I mean, goeie genade, that's like a lifetime, you know. Oh, I'm going very big here, aren't I? Oh goodness, that's what I'm going. Val, who did this, she gave me this. She did made a needle case yesterday. And we were supposed to follow my pattern, but I can't do it, so we didn't follow it. And oh my goodness, it's beautiful. And then Jenny, who also came, she's house sitting, so she came to that class. She made that little square pouch that I keep my wool in when I travel. So she did that. There you go. Now, the top of this little hoiki, the top of the flower, if you can see, is cast on stitch. Can you see? They cast on stitches. Sorry, there they go. Wow, the light's quite bad today. Anyway, besides that, it's to cast on. I have to use a milliner's needle for cast on. I have to. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. Sorry, there's just something happening to this one. To sort it out. She's kind of twisting on me. That's better. Do what I tell you to do, please. Running out of thread. Beautiful. Will I get another one out of there? No. What's the point in struggling? I had a virgin coming into my class yesterday. She was a walk-in. And that's the first thing I said. Please do not fight with a short thread. It says me, who fights with short threads when I do my alt stitching. But she also did such beautiful work. She walked in, and my class was full. But she said, she asked the shop owner, and I said, my class is full, just join us. And it was good. We had a funny class yesterday. It warmed my soul. Took my mind off things too. going to fix that because it just seems to be hooking the wrong way for me today. Oh, no, I shouldn't have done that with that one. But I'm just going to bully her into submission. Do what I tell you to do, little stitch. And she's not great, but she is staying. So what's been happening in your lives in this last, I haven't posted in a long time, I think. There you go. Oh, genade, wat gaan hier so aan? Donder. Okay, there we go. So now I know what she looks like. I can now add my little bits and pieces on. Because I've allowed space here, I will come out and do my other one here. And then only after that's done, I'll see where next my other one needs to be. Okay? So, back to my stem stitch to find my thread again. I should just take it out. That's what I normally do. I have like a little project basket, and as I use a thread, I separate it from here and I put it into the little, I'll go and get it for you. So then I don't have to keep looking for the same thing over and over and over again. I might start my, my stem stitch, my other little branch from here at the bottom and then branch off, because that'll just make my bottom a little bit heavier, because my flowers are a little heavy, they're quite dense. Wow, got a mozzie eating me here. It's a different color. Sorry, I keep thinking of other things here. I'm going to be in South Africa for just under a month. So it's so far away, and my mother is alone, and I think she's been so strong up until now. I think she will maybe collapse. Now, interestingly enough, this needle has been, I don't have a lot of needles that I work with. I keep them to like just that, because there's my, as you know, all I use, anyway, and all I do is I keep these needles and I use them. I don't have 50 million needles, and this one I've been using for quite a long time, and although it's pretty good and all the nickel or whatever is still on there, I can feel that it's nearing the end of its, lifespan to do embroidery. It might go in and do something else, but as you know, I am a total needle snob, and also I know when a needle has served me and served me well, and I can say, baie dankie hoor, but tot ziens, and I give it the flick. Ho, ho. So I was alone when I heard about my dad, and I had I don't think I've had a panic attack before and in my life, and I had one right then and there, and all I wanted to do was get into the pool, get into water. I thought my heart was actually going to jump right out my chest. So lovely Jane lives across the road from me, and I said to her, Jane, could you please come to the beach with me? And she didn't know that my dad had passed away, and she said sure. She thought I was going to go for a walk. Anyway, I dived in the sea and said goodbye to my dad in the waves. He loved the sea. I got my love of the sea from my dad. I got the love of reading from my father. He read everything. He let me read books from a very young age that maybe I shouldn't have read. And interestingly, what he did was during the apartheid era, lots of the books, because the government controlled what we read, and he let me read banned books. I mean, they weren't of a sexual nature. They were just banned because they were politically wrong. The apartheid government didn't want us to read them. And he opened up my eyes to all sorts of things, because I grew up during a very difficult time in South Africa during the apartheid era, and he always, obviously he was against it, and he always let me read things that opened up my eyes to what was happening. It was really interesting. I called my parents almost every day, if not, I called my parents every day at 2 o'clock my time in Australia. Obviously, if I was teaching, I couldn't, but so it was 2 o'clock my time in Australia, which was 6 o'clock in the morning in South Africa. And isn't it strange that I heard that he had passed away around about 2 o'clock? That's so strange. And it's so interesting. Anyway, what a great, great man he was. If only I could tell you what he did for the community. Oh, I nearly dropped this veil. I nearly knocked off the table. Darn it. Keep it safe. Wat gaat hier so aan? Is a big mess here. There you go. What do you think, peeps? Oh, I don't like that there. I might go and do another little twisted chain there. I'm doing a cast on stitch here, and I'll try and do what other people do. Somebody told me to do that, and I said, oh really? And she said yes, other YouTube video people put a link. So I will do that, where I talk about cast on. But you could just as easily, I'll show you something, do a straight stitch, show you something, a straight stitch. Okay, there's my straight stitch. Oh, you might not be able to see it. And then, with a great amount of difficulty, find that. And what I could do is I could just do a detached blanket stitch, and oh, you're not going to see this very well, but it's going to give you the same kind of thing as a cast on stitch. It's going to look the same. So if for those of you who are going, help me, I can't do a cast on, just do a blanket stitch, detached blanket stitch. Thoughts? There you go. You can see that this, I don't know, might not be bothering you, but that's a real bother for me because I can see that long stem and it's not making me happy. And then I'm going to do the other one. Come up close to my stem as possible, a little bit. So it's going to branch out over here, but I'm going to start lower down. That's a curlew you're hearing. Weirdly enough, as I said in a previous video, we didn't get that many, and now we're getting them. Interesting, hey? Oh, now, a few of you South African people wanted some of my ribbon packs, but because the postage in South Africa is such a big issue, I don't know if you want to contact me, and I can maybe get it to South Africa and then post it to you once I'm there. I don't know if that's an option for you. I'm going to be there for a whole month, just under. Now, do I like the shape that the stem stitch is taking? Do I? I'm not sure. No, it's kind of hooking, but you know, I kind of let these things do what they want to do. She's really going at a jaunty. Oh, Genada. I've gone, let me stab stitch this. It's really I went through the tablecloth. It's really hooking around. Do I like this? Do I? It's happening, peeps. Oh, Genada. Was I off camera? Oh, I have to stop. Sorry, I've given you... she's really hooked around. But as you know, I kind of let it happen. It wasn't supposed to go there. She's being willful. Let's have a look. All right, that's fine. That is absolutely fine. Aren't little alt jars just the cutest little things? Why do I like them so much? I'm so strange. Come on, come on. I'm going through the seam there. She looks better, doesn't she? Okay, now this funny little one, the little hooky one, let's see what happens to her. Have I spent my whole video there? It's going to be interesting to see where I've spent my time today. Okay, so there we go. There's that funny little one. I can actually hear the king parrot. It just doesn't come back to my garden. I've got food there. What's happening behind my work? Yep. I need scissors back here, peeps. I don't have scissors. Let me go and get a pair. It's looking good, hey? I'm back. Oh, come on. Time, I think I need to go inside. I'm going to finish this at some other point. I've got a list of things I've got to do before I go. Okay, so even though she's not finished, I'm going to leave that here for the time being. Do what I've got to do. Yeah, thank you so much for your time, and once again to all those people who reached out. I'm fine, and thank you so much for your time, and bye for now. Just a quick last minute video. There were people who asked me about the kits that I was working on, you know, at the Green Door Studios when I did my workshop, and they wanted to know if there were kits available, and yes I do. I only have 5. Let me just tell you what's in them and how you can purchase them. There is an 11 by 14 inches piece of hand-dyed silk linen, and I have stabilized it for you already. In the kit there are 2 packets of sequins and a packet of beads, 3 7mm silk ribbon, 3 4mm silk ribbon, 4 2mm silk ribbon, 3 skeins of pearl number 8, and 2 skeins of twisted silk. The kit itself is $140. That's Australian dollars, and that's excluding postage. You cannot buy it on the website, although you can buy this pattern. So you can, you know, that kit will, that you'll be able to do that easily with a lot left over. And what you have to do is you have to email my husband at vaughan59@bigpond.net.au and tell him you want the Green Door Studio kit, and then he will work out postage and send you a PayPal invoice. And then once that's been paid, he will pop it in the post for you. Just remember to give him all your details. So if you're ordering one, he needs your address, your contact number, and your email address so that he can send you a PayPal invoice. So there you go. I've only got 5 of these left. So if you want one, get in quick. Okay. Thanks.